When Meek started this Quentin Miller mess last year and Drake responded, I followed that. Then shortly after Wanna Know, I was confused. Who would start all this without a legitimate smear campaign? You figure if he had the audacity to call someone out, he would have something up his sleeve to end the affair. Then I was even more confused after hearing Meek retort directly to some of Drake's bars on Summer 16, nearly 30 minutes after it dropped. I'm D.Respect, and I'm confused about Summer 16 versus War Pain. I believe that in the aftermath of a battle, the victor shouldn't allow his arrogance to get in the way of his good judgment. So ever since Meek reignited the feud on his first mixtape with the I'm the Plug freestyle, I was sure of one thing: Drake wouldn't respond. He did, so now I'm confused. Back to Back was good enough on its own to get the W for Drake. Great. Now you're a part of a standard list of beef winners like Common over Ice Cube, Cannabis over LL, Eminem over Benzino. But it doesn't stop there. Meek has since then been labeled a loser. OVO Fest 2015 was a collective dance over Meek's dead body. Drake rebranded him as a failure. All of a sudden, he was the butt of the jokes on ESPN. Comedians laughed at him. Politicians did the same. Sports announcers gave him shit. Last time something like this happened, it was 50 over Ja Rule. Except Ja didn't deal with the internet. And then Back to Back is nominated for a Grammy. From that moment on, there was no other outcome that could have been more in Drake's favor. There's nowhere else to go but down. Ladies and gentlemen, our current location is down. Meek had some pretty quick rebuttals to Summer 16. There was the Jay-Z reference, the Four Seasons Hotel situation, the Hotline Bling dancing like a fruit line, and Drake's direct mentions of Toronto artist Tory Lanez. Again, I'm confused. How is it possible that the guy who took so long to respond the first time around all of a sudden now writes such a precise record the day of his opponent's release? Because remember, Wanna Know was vague. There was nothing personal about it. There are only 3 possible answers to ease my confusion. Number 1, Nicki tipped him off. Number 2, Quentin Miller or some other ghostwriter is a lot closer to Meek than we thought. Don't forget, Meek was the whistleblower. Number 3, there's simply an unknown square in Drake's circle who leaked the track. Number 4, the unlikely scenario that Meek legitimately wrote the... Alright, let's just stick to 3. No matter what the answer is, Meek had a small victory. He was able to cut Drake's momentum before anybody had the chance to recreate the memes and events of summer 2015. Never revisiting this beef would have been the easiest way to ensure that the label of failure stays with Meek forever, and instead Drake chose to come back to the ring for a rematch. I believe that in the aftermath of a battle, the victor shouldn't allow his arrogance to get in the way of his good judgment. Meek now has an opportunity to win. I'm not confused about that.